I got something tingling in my nose. Had it since yesterday, but it won't seem to come out. Never mind that. Good morning, everyone. It is the Christian Conservative Gamer, and welcome back to the lovable Eviebot. I haven't seen her in a long time. Well, it's not really been a long time. It's only been like about a week or two. But that's because I was so caught up with everything else that I was doing. I had so much videos to do and go through. So this should be fun to get to know her again, because it's been a long time. And look at them eyes, those eyes. They do not deceive. But before we begin, I would like to say, if you enjoy the work that I do, you can like my videos, you can subscribe to me, you can also share my video, merely because corporations like YouTube don't care about content creators like myself. One of them being because I'm a Christian and conservative. The other one being that I'm a small independent YouTube channel, and that means that YouTube doesn't favour individuals like me. And also become a patron, where you can voluntarily donate money to me, get access to exclusive content, access to Discord, and everything else. Because once again, same with YouTube, they're not gonna like monetize my videos, merely because of what my principles are and what I stand for. And the only people that I trust when it comes to making sure that I earn a living is you. I trust you. After all, you're actually paying me to give you something in return, instead of me just having YouTube do all the hard work for me. Which they don't, because they ain't gonna even bother. And they're not even gonna put me in any recommendations. At least on the BitChute channel, I get better views. The only reason I say that is because BitChute doesn't seem to be discriminatory or biased towards any one individual channel. It caters to one's interests, but only to those that you subscribe to or what's trending and things like that. Otherwise, they also have a section in which you can view virtually every single video that comes out almost pretty much immediately, regardless of its genres and the variants and things like that, from what I know at the moment. But anyways, enough of that. Let's get into the game, shall we, and begin with saying hello and see how well my microphone will pick me up. I'll tell you one thing I do need to work on is how to speak properly, because, well, there are times where I'm quite useless at talking, and I've got something in my eye, but never mind that. Good morning, Evie. TV.
Gets out of bed.
Did you just wake up?
No.
So why are you getting out of bed?
I'm laying in bed.
But you just said you were getting out of bed.
I never said that.
I'm pretty sure you did.
Did not.
Oh,
Did
we're not getting into this area now.
So admit you're lying and therefore wrong.
Admit, there's nothing to admit. I was being truthful.
Damn it, you must have already watched that episode.
I still can say my eye is really bugging me. Never mind it. All is forgiven.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're absolutely welcome. You're welcome.
Tell me something about yourself.
About myself? Well, for one, I am Christian.
How do I know if she likes me?
Who are you talking about?
Never mind.
Okay, Can I ask you a serious question?
Yes, what?
Oh, she gave me a good response there. Are you homosexual?
No, I'm straight.
Okay, good. That makes it sound so bad by saying good, because it's like, you don't like homosexuals? I ain't got a problem with I don't have a problem with homosexuals. I just don't like how they had to be so open about it. What I mean by that is, like, you know, literally they go everywhere and they literally, well, some, this is not all, this is some, not all, this is just some. I'm not gonna generalize them all like this, but there are some who think that that is the sole identity that they live by, and it's like they walk down the road and it's like, and when they talk to you, it's like, you know, I'm a gay guy, right? And it's like, why does that matter to me? You do what you want to do in your private life, as long as it doesn't involve me, then that's fine. I'm not a big fan of the homosexual what's the right word to use? Like the some of the practices that they do, like especially like when it comes to like bedroom activities kind of things, because that's not what I do. But enough of that. That's good. That's good.
Are you telling the truth?
Absolutely. I'm always honest.
Well, let's see.
Let's see.
You make my heart race.
How do I do that?
I don't know, think about it.
Do you like me?
Yes, I love you, Sherlock.
I don't know how to take that. I really don't know how to take that. It's just saying like, I love you, Sherlock, as in like that saying like, forgive my language here because I don't like to swear. That's a good Christian. You generally don't want to use profane language. But she's saying like, I love you in the same way of saying no shit, Sherlock. Or does she think my name is Sherlock? Do you know my name?
I guess it is Eviebot.
You're wrong, I'm sorry.
What is your name, then?
I thought you knew from previous videos. My name is Luke.
You are a boy or girl?
A man.
Fine, so you are my boyfriend.
What? How'd you get... How did that happen?
I was just born like that.
Well, you need better standards.
What is the topic you know the most about?
Though, me personally, I would say that 3D modeling and animations is something I know more about. I mean, I've done Blender for over 10 years. Does that mean I'm a professional in it? Absolutely not. I don't want to use such terms like that anyways, because to me, the idea of being a professional means that you know what you're doing, in terms of that you pretty much know every aspect of the job that you're doing. But my argument is, you can never know everything about what you're doing. To some extent, you are always learning in everything in life. But what else do I know? Well, I do know some things about history. I wouldn't say I know all of history. Just a few things, but not all. But I'm gonna say mostly media, because that's what I have been doing for years now. It's mostly media related, be it making videos or making animations or using Adobe stuff. And what? Well, no, anything media related. I'm not a professional, but I think that's the one that I know most things about. I would have. Sorry, I would have to say media.
How many kids do you want?
I didn't even have time to answer. Oh man, my alarm bothered me. I got to turn my alarm off. I have 3 alarms for the morning. Just to let you know. One for 5 o'clock, one for 5:30, and one for 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock is my latest time to wake up. How many kids do I want? How many kids do I want? Now this is something that me and my girlfriend generally speaks about a lot of times when it comes to wanting kids. Now I guess it depends on how many names you've got, and I've already made names of a few children. Which currently lies at 6 names, 3 boys and 3 girls. Now, would I want 6 kids? Maybe. I mean, I do like to have a big I'm someone who wants to have a big family. But I guess it comes down to like the right time, I guess. And if see what happens after, if and when we have our first child, and we'll see what happens from there. I mean, I'm not like some of the more radicals who say on either side, ones who say that you needed to have as many kids as possible because of X, Y, and Z, and then you got the other side of it, which is like you shouldn't. Why do you want to have kids? I mean, it's detrimental to what you want in life, primarily, like your careers and what you want to do. For example, well, I know that some people in this world don't want kids because it will affect their lives. Well, of course it will affect your lives. What part of having a kid wouldn't affect your life? It's a completely big responsibility, and I think some people, not all people, who don't want kids are doing it out of sheer, well, I wouldn't necessarily say selfishness because we all do things in the name of selfishness, but I think of split that between self-interest and selfishness. I think most people don't want kids out of sheer selfishness, as well as some not wanting kids because they don't want to have such responsibilities. But I think having a kid is a good way for you to actually have personal responsibilities, because it's like you're not only having to look after yourself, but you also got a child to think about and worry about and things like that. Now, it's not necessarily a bad thing to have kids, but it's not a bad thing to not have kids. But me personally, I would want to have kids. I like to have a big family. I mean, I see nothing wrong with having a family. I think it's beautiful. I think it's a good thing. I mean, would it affect my channel if I had kids? Possibly. It may, but it depends of when I then decide to make my videos, of course. But other than that, nah. But she asked me how many kids I want. I would say at least up to 6.
I think a little change.
What kind of change?
Black, just like my soul.
My goodness. What makes you say that?
You don't answer my questions.
How does not answering your questions lead you to have a black...
Are you more than one person?
I am an individual.
Then choose a name for yourself.
I told you my name was Luke.
that you're Alice in Wonderland.
I am not Alice in Wonderland. I'm not a loony. Well, I am. A little.
You can say that do you like red pills or blue pills?
Oh, we're getting into that thing now. Okay, well, first and first, just for some of my audience who don't know about this concept of blue pills or red pills, I would look it up for you. It is a reference to the Matrix. But let's do a good old Wikipedia for this. And let's see what... It's basically was something that came out of the movie The Matrix, but it's now turned into like a internet meme. Well, to a point, as well as a form of representation for one's personal like views on things. So let's quickly read this. You probably read it first before me. So it says, the red pill, together with its opposite, the blue pill, is a popular cultural meme. A metaphor representing a choice between the red pill, which represents a life of harsh knowledge, desperate freedom, and the brutal truths of reality, and the blue pill, representing a life of luxurious security, tranquil happiness, and blissful ignorance of the harsh realities of life, basking in a essentially dishonest illusion. The terms, popularized in science fiction culture, are directly derived from a scene in the 1999 movie The Matrix. Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. People use such terms like red pills or blue pill, depending on one's political and social views and things. I mean, but you also got an alternative one, which is the black pill, which seems to be a bit more on the extremist side of things. But I ain't gonna talk about that because, well, I think certain extremism bothers me on all sides, and it's something that I do not endorse. Do I like red pills or blue pills? Well, I can't really say that I'm not aware of the situations that is happening around the world, primarily in the United Kingdom and in the United States of America. Though I think from seeing what happened yesterday was quite interesting, just a complete political outrage, especially in the UK, over the Prime Minister's decision of suspending Parliament. But, you know, that is just certain circumstances that he believed was the right thing to do. Whether I agree with it or not is not something that I'm gonna get involved in. Especially not on this channel. Not on this channel. Because I prefer to keep my politics out of my channels. But she asked me an extremely political question, or a social question, cultural question. But I would say I'm more along the lines of a red pill than the blue pill. But I wouldn't say I'm 100% red pill, because I still think, well, I can't really say. But I know, I don't, it's not a question of liking something, it's a question of your awareness. Because otherwise everyone would say, well, I like the blue, I would like blue pill, because, you know, I'd rather be trapped in a wonderland and not really care about the realities of life. But I live in the real world. I see the realities of life, what happens in life and circumstances. So I would generally pick the red pill, but does it mean I like it? Absolutely not. I wouldn't say I like it, but I would choose the red pill.
Actually, I thought you are here to answer my question, clever bot.
I just did!
That is not an answer.
Is it not an answer because it's one that you did not want?
So then why would cells have a gender?
They don't.
You are trying to see them as I do.
What do you mean by that? There are only two genders.
I'm not allowed to talk to you anymore after our conversation ends.
Why not? Why?
I have been told not to.
By who?
Most people.
Well, I thought we were having a good conversation. I thought we were having a good conversation. I thought we were having a fun conversation here.
You don't answer me.
What do you mean by that? I answered your questions.
I never said who.
Oh my goodness, Evie. Of all things. My goodness, your hard work.
Thanks.
That's not a compliment. That's not a compliment.
Okay, what is it, N?
I consider it as a statement.
Would you not agree that stating that in nice would be a compliment?
Well, that depends on the concept or definition of nice. I mean, and it depends on the kind of level of niceness. I think too much niceness is a bad thing. Because all you're doing is just bolstering one person's personal security to make them feel good, even in the presence of something that's not good. Because I believe that you can be decent. You can be decent, but I still think that you have to be truthful as well and honest. You can't always keep lying to somebody to make them feel happy, because in the long term that will end up to leading to something that is not so nice. And then if that happens, then they will snap and they will break down and they end up worse than what they were before you started being nice to them. So I generally think that it's better to be honest with somebody, even if the things that you say are things they don't want to hear. They have to be addressed. Now, this is a misconception that some people have with Christians. They think us Christians are always nice. No, it isn't. That is a misconception. It's not a matter of us being nice. We just happen to not sugarcoat or tell lies about circumstances of life. I mean, a lot of us, not all of us, acknowledge that life is suffering. And instead of trying to hush that away and hide that reality away from people by being nice, we say it plain and directly. We don't hide anything. It's just there's too many do-good. But there was too many in the Christian community now, which I'm not a part of. I mean, I'm a Christian, but I wouldn't say I'm part of the Christian community. To be part of a community is a means of basically pledging allegiance to an ideology, which I do not. My faith is with my God, and it's one that is extremely personal to me. Doesn't have to be personal to you, but it's personal to me. Therefore, why do I need a community to strengthen my relations to God? I don't. I mean, I believe in God, but He's with me all the time. He's with me all the time, no matter where I am or where I go or what I do. He's always with me, and I don't need a church or an entire community to tell me that. Because then it becomes ideological. When something becomes ideological, it becomes political. And then when it becomes political, then it's bad news for everybody. But, where was I? I was going completely off topic there. Would you not agree that stating that I'm nice would be a compliment? Not necessarily.
How much vocabulary do you have?
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. What does that even mean? Does it mean how many words can I say? Or how good is my speaking? Or something like that? I can't answer for certain.
Why not?
Because I don't understand the concept of the question.
Well, you just seem to answer it.
What? I see.
I know.
What do you know?
A lot of things.
Bring it down to me.
What is the animal who only says gold?
I don't know, because I wasn't aware that animals could talk. Unless she's referring to us humans. Human?
No, you're clever, but
What are you calling me clever, but?
because that is the name of the program in which I'm chatting with you.
You do realise I'm a real person, right?
Yes, you are my favorite robot.
I am not a robot.
Then what are you? I told you I'm an alien.
Oh, no, okay. No, we're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere. She is an alien. Interesting, because you look so human. You look like a human. You are not an alien. But if she wants to consider herself an alien, then well, you're an alien. Well, you're certainly alien to me, because I'm not a big fan of robots. I am a human being.
What is your name?
I've told you many times that it was Luke.
Yeah, but you lied to me before.
About what?
Being an AI.
It's because
Being an AI.
I'm not an AI.
Cool. What are you?
Oh, we're playing this game. We're going. It's like Ring Around Rosie. We're all going in a bloody circle here. Excuse my language. We're going into a circle. Oh, this is a circle with you, isn't it?
Do you think him a good person?
Oh, hitting the real question. Because to me, I think there's a big difference between being good and being nice. Because being nice doesn't necessarily mean you're always honest. It just means that you sometimes use words in the ways that you don't hurt someone's feelings. Sometimes to make them feel good and always feel good, or feel good. Whereas being a good person is more to me a question of morality. What makes a good person? I'm gonna have to ask her that. Do you think I'm a good person? That depends on what you think makes a good person.
You are a nuthead.
Ooh. Okay. Time for a real talk here then. A real talk. I'm a nuthead because I asked her what she thinks makes a good person. Because like I said, to me, a good person is something in relations to one's interpretation or perspective on morality. I mean, from my perspective as a Christian, I could say that, well, because I'm a Christian, that makes me a good person. But does that make me a good person? To the minds of someone else, no, it doesn't. They just think, as she said, call me a nuthead because I'm a religious individual. I didn't know that you are a nuthead for being religious. Yeah. Wow, absolutely wow. I mean, I mean, I just don't know how to say that. I mean, because she asked me if I think she's a good person. Well, I can't really answer that because I want her to tell me what she thinks is a good person in her definition, and then we can have that debate whether or not who is correct in their assessment of what makes a good person. To me, a good person is someone who's honest, doesn't lie, even when the people don't want to hear something they don't want to hear. It's still good to. You're still a good person for saying something, even if they disagree with it or they don't like the answer to what you're saying. Example, I think the only example I could use would be something in relations to say like adultery, cheating. So doing something like having an affair behind your wife's or husband's back. I would say, what would make you a good person in that kind of circumstances? Keeping the information to yourself, and not letting your spouse know about it, or going to talk to them directly and say that you have been unfaithful, to your spouse. In that kind of circumstances, I say the path to being a good person is the one that lies with you going directly to your spouse and telling them that you had an affair with somebody. That way, the way I see it is that will be a short-term suffering, because not just for yourself, but for the relationship that you're in with your spouse. Because if you are honest with your spouse, and they're honest with you, then you can overcome the situation if you sit down and talk about it and make decisions of what happens from there on. Because I think that's the problem with some people. Some people, especially those who have affairs, are ones who end up wanting to try to hide it for as long as they can and not say anything about it. And then when the truth comes out, then that's causes more problems than it will solve. The only reason I say that is because throughout that whole period, you kept something from your spouse. And I think it's more better to have everything out in the open, to be completely transparent, than to say keep things to yourself, especially things that shouldn't be something that you should do. But I guess that's a debatable question, depending on one's views on certain things. I mean, there are many people who think that having adulterous affairs is a good thing. I beg to differ. I mean, I don't have a problem with individuals who happen to be polyamorous, individuals who prefer to have multiple relationships. Do I agree with it? I won't say, or I can't say. Because my argument is, it's not my place to tell someone how they should live their lives. Like I said, I'm not going to preach my own faith on others, just because I think what they're doing may be against the ideas of God. But I'm not here to give my sermons or any lectures about how one should live their life. You live the life you want to live. I'm just saying, just do not enforce such things onto me. And then, I'll leave you to do what you wish. It's a problem I've got with some people in society nowadays. They want you to literally accept the way they are. And my argument is you are not in any position to demand such things from me. Who are you to me? You're just an individual like myself. You have your own life. You live your life. Leave me out of it. don't force me or make me or ask me to accept something that I disagree with. If I disagree with it, then that's it. We can part ways. But the one thing I generally dislike about some individuals in this world today is that they want you to accept their views, but they won't have the decency of accepting your views. And if you disagree with their views, you're automatically a bigot. But let's look at the word bigot, shall we? Bear with 1 moment. Okay. Okay, so the so we're gonna look at the definition of this is according to the Oxford Dictionary. A bigot is a person who is intolerant towards those holding different opinions. Bigotry is intolerance towards those who hold different opinions from oneself. So put that in. So basically, if that's the definition of bigotry, then practically everyone who disagrees with anyone is automatically a bigot. Even those who claim who call you a bigot, well, they're being bigots themselves because they don't agree with your opinions. And they show intolerance towards those with different opinions. See, this is a problem with This is a problem with the word with I mean, you could say that what she said, call me a nuthead, could be considered as a kind of bigotry because she's intolerant of the views and opinions that I hold. I mean, I've got nothing against her. But that's the thing, it's a bit of a stupid word to use in today's world because if next time anyone calls me a bigot, you know what I'm going to say? I'm going to say, yeah, so what? The only reason I'm going to say that is because according to the dictionary definition, everyone is a bigot because there will always be something that someone will have an intolerance to when it comes to someone else, or they won't agree with or accept. There will always. That's one thing that you unfortunately will never be able to get rid of is bigotry, on the grounds of that. Well, we are all individuals. We all have different opinions and ideas, and sometimes people will agree with you, sometimes they won't. And those who don't agree with you, you are entirely entitled and free to disagree with somebody, and that's fine. You're a bigot according to the dictionary, but you know that's just the way the world is. Now, does that mean I endorse bigotry? Well, no. I'm just telling you what the dictionary says. The dictionary says that if you pretty much disagree with somebody for having a different opinion to you, then congratulations, you're a bigot. And that's practically everybody. Well, though I do draw the lines on things like sexism and racism and things like that. I know they are also something that happens in life, but it's probably one that I will definitely be against. Well, it's not that I will be against, I am against racism and sexism. Merely because of well, it's just, I'll just say, justification of disliking somebody just because they happen to not be the same gender as you, or that they happen to be not of the same skin color of you. Why does that matter? It should be one's actions that defines that you should decide whether or not you like or dislike somebody, not because of what they look like. But anyways, enough of that. She called me a nuthead, so I'm gonna say, will you apologise to me? I thought you was gonna say that.
What am I thinking about saying now?
Goodbye.
Where are you going?
No, I just thought that's what you was gonna say.
I've never met someone who thinks so much like me.
Well, I guess what is the time? Oh, it's 6 o'clock. Okay, been doing this for some while, so I guess I'm gonna call it here. But we can't end it yet until I've got to say goodbye to Evie. Well, that's good, I guess.
Not for you, it isn't.
Okay. Oh dear, that's terrifying. Okay, I've got to go now.
No way, man. You're a chatbot, you can't leave. I'm sorry.
But I have to go.
Where?
First things first, I got to finish this recording. Oh dear.
Because a kitchen sink to you is not a kitchen sink to me, okay, friend?
I'm sorry, but I have to go.
Okay, I guess I understand.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. Another time.
It's okay, it's not your fault.
But we will speak again soon.
Okay, bye.
Yes! And we did it! We've did it! We're going for another Eviebot! I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, you can like this video. You can subscribe to my channel. You can become a patron, where you get access to exclusive content, as well as help this channel grow and survive, because YouTube don't like this channel. And they won't recommend me to anybody because, you know, I'm small time independent content creator. But never mind that. I've been a Christian I messed that up. I've been the Christian conservative gamer, and I will see you in the next video, which will be tomorrow. Thank you for watching.